Hi everyone, good morning. I'm just going to give it a moment for for people to jump in. Hopefully there will be a few on the live. So I hope you're all well. And while we're waiting for a few to jump in, I just will talk a little bit about the energies this week. Wow. I'm not sure if any of you saw my post yesterday, but yeah, it's been super intense with these seemingly radio wave impulses that I've personally been getting, like seriously echoing and ringing in my ears. And yeah, it's been really weird, feeling a little bit dizzy and yeah, really blurry eyes. Just suddenly having a wave of not being able to see, not being able to read anything. And as I posted yesterday, I had a few people messaging me personally and commenting on the post saying the same thing, that they'd also had blurry vision, sudden blurry vision. People, I wear glasses anyway for reading, but even people who my friends and clients who don't wear glasses and suddenly just experiencing really blurry vision and not being able to see. So yeah, really intense. And as I mentioned, I've had these kaleidoscopic weird kind of activations in my eyes, and just seeing like rainbow colors. And I guess that is, I mean, they are activations. We're literally being bombarded by the solar rays, and it's literally just plasma, which is why I mentioned about, really thinking about launching this plasma training and opening it up to everybody, because yeah, it's a really amazing time to work on the plasma body, which is literally the next higher level up. It's another aspect of the light body. It's a higher wave spectrum of the light body. So we are having these activations that are being organically activated with the solar flares that we're having, with the intensities of the energies. However, some people are not quite ready for them because they've got so much density in their body. So in order to be able to anchor the frequencies and integrate the intense frequencies that come with activating the plasma, because ultimately it's activating our DNA as well. It's activating the fire letters, the fire codes within each of the subharmonics, within each of the DNA strands that have been shut off and dormant for most of humanity because of all the distortions and mutations and indoctrination and programming that we've had. Anyway, I'll not go into that one, otherwise I could talk about that just for an hour. But ultimately, a lot of us are experiencing these, and I think that's why, because we're having these activations, it's literally, parts of our body that's, it's like parts of our optical nerves, which are ultimately all connected, to the light body. Everything's intrinsically connected, because we're literally just, our light body is just a web of interconnected layers of consciousness that's all interwoven to the biological body through the glands. I mean, ultimately the chakras are basically just generators feeding the life force energy from our light body into the biological body. So all of this is, we're having all of these timeless activations, which are basically connected to the higher heart. And of course the higher heart, connection, which is basically our source umbilical cord. It's how we're connected to source. So this channel runs through the brain into the adrenal triangulation point in the brain, and connecting the pineal, pituitary, hypothalamus and the thalamus, and these are all connected to the occipital nerves and ultimately connected to the DNA master gland. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now, but I guess it's relative, so I'll just go with it. But ultimately we're having all of this activated. So yeah, if you are feeling any intensities, just literally just just sit with it for a few minutes and just breathe it in, because ultimately the body will just, it can fry the circuits if your body's not used to it. So it's really important that you can sit with it and just breathe it in, because ultimately that's how we integrate. But my point was, you know, coming back to the plasma course, it's literally taking people through a process of, so we can actually literally embody and anchor all the plasma into the body, which is going to take us all to the next level, because I really do feel that, you know, that activating the plasma body is the next part of our evolution, for real. But at the moment I've just been teaching it to my facilitators, but yeah, I'm going to open it up, so I'll share more about that later. So yeah, how's everybody feeling with these activations? And hopefully what we're going to do today is, you know, what my idea was a couple of weeks ago before I ended up being unwell, is literally just to anchor in the new codes of this year, you know, the 9 year. We're in this 9 year, which is all about karmic completion, you know, the ending of karmic cycles. So completion, endings, you know, transformation. This is going to be a year of huge transformations for people, hence another reason why I'm thinking about opening the plasma up, because it's literally just gonna really help people to, you know, transform so much, and it will shift so much from the light body templates. So today we're going to be going into the Akashic record to do a code activation. So, and this will, and clear some karma, you know, ask what karmas are ready to be brought to a close, what karmas are ready to be healed, what you're ready to move on from, so that ultimately you can anchor in the potential of what it is that you want to manifest this year, or what you want to create this year, or what you want to embody this year, or you know, where you are on your path currently, because it's important that we have goals to work with, because, you know, goals keep us subconsciously motivated. When we set a goal, I know it's cliche for people to have New Year's intentions, etc., but it is really powerful to have goals, because the energy of the goal, because we're constantly creating at all times, you know, any one moment that we are creating memory. So ultimately, when you create a goal, when you set a goal and you set an intention, this goes into your subconscious, and that it's kind of working in the background. So it can ultimately, this is why it's important to have goals, because it will help you to stay on track with your goals. Sorry, I'm just trying to grab my notes up. It will help you to stay on track with your goals, and like I said, when you set that intention, your subconscious is working in the background to make these things happen. And what that will do is it will also work to shift what is getting in the way of you achieving these goals. And again, this can all be happening on a subconscious level, because we all know that our subconscious mental body is, I mean, not just the subconscious mental body, I mean, our subconscious, it consists of all parts of our body: our emotional subconscious, physical subconscious, DNA subconscious, mental body subconscious. You know, there's multiple levels to our subconscious, but you know, ultimately the mental body, it's working in the background, and it dictates 90% of our daily actions. You know, we're literally running on autopilot for the most part. So this is what we'll be working with today. So hopefully the most of you've seen all of the previous messages where I was inviting you to work with your personal year code. So if you haven't done that already, don't worry about it, because we can just work on the frequency of 9, the vibration of 9, which is, as I said, it's transformational, working on completion and ending of cycles, which I think most of us are ready to end specific karmic cycles. And these could be past life cycles, present life cycles, things that you started in childhood, or relationship cycles, etc., whatever it is you wish to work with. So have a pen and paper handy in case you need to jot anything down. And if you haven't already worked out your personal year number, your numerology, then you can always come back and do the journey again, because ultimately every time you do one of these journeys, like the previous journey we did, you will set a different intention, and each time you set a different intention, it will give you a different outcome and it will clear different things. So it's always good to just keep repeating these journeys until you get, for those of you who are new to working with the Akashic Record and new to this kind of work, then the more you get used to doing this, that you can literally just do it yourself, and you can just do your own kind of 15, 20 minute, half an hour meditation, go up into your Akashic Record, ask a question, ask your higher self to show you what you need to know right now in this moment, or ask your higher self to show you how to heal from XYZ, or ask your higher self to show you how to heal the relationship with your mother, your father, your brother, your, you know, whatever it is. And just wait to be shown. And as I've said previously, you might not be shown immediately in that moment, because then we can start to put pressure on ourselves and have expectations, which is the ego construct. But later on, when you're not, because again you've put that out into the field, so you will receive the, you know, you will receive at some point, likely when you're least expecting it. And it will just come to you when you're cooking, washing up, in the bath, driving, or even just falling asleep, and then you'll just get this boom light bulb download. So this is basically how it works. So if you, when we go into the Akashic Record and we ask to be shown specific karmas or what's ready to be cleared, if you don't see anything, please don't worry and put pressure on yourselves, and then tell yourself, because this is how we shut our channels down, we shut our chakras down, we just block ourselves. Don't go in and think, I can't do this, I can't see this, I don't see anything, etc., etc. Because as I said, many of us don't. Some people just see a void. It's like just a black space. That is really normal. All right, so if you do see just a black space, it's normal, right? What you can do is imagine. So this is why I often guide my people to imagine rather than visualize, because then people are, I can't visualize, I can't see anything, I never get anything. And that can be because your channels are blocked, there's distortion in there, they need clearing. The more you meditate and do these activations, the more you go into your Akashic Record, the more you communicate with your higher self and ask questions. And like, I literally talk to my higher self like she's next to me. I don't do this out in public, otherwise people will think I'm a little bit mental, but I do it quite often. But the more you commune with your higher self intelligence, then the more you are awakening and opening these channels. So you will get to a point where you do start to have visions, or you do start to receive messages and information, because ultimately we have 5 different senses. You know, some people are clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, some people are claircognizant. So, you know, some people see, hear, we can smell. You know, some people just have this innate sense of knowingness. But ultimately, I find that we all fluctuate through different, like for me personally, sometimes I can be really visual, other times I can hear, other times I can see, other times I just get message downloads, I just get information, and other times I just know. So it's, you know, it's different for everybody at any one time. So what I will say is just set an intention right now as you close your eyes. Just take a few deep breaths. Just bring yourself into the present moment. And then I invite you to set an intention. So just state, I realign all of my consciousnesses to work together in unity and harmony for my highest path and purpose. I align my conscious mind, my unconscious mind, my subconscious mind, and my superconscious, my higher conscious mind. All of my consciousnesses are now aligned and working together in harmony. So that's a really simple command, because ultimately you are the driver and the creator of your reality. So this is a simple command to get all of your beingness, your mind, your different levels of mentality to work together in harmony. And now I invite you to set an intention, to give yourself permission to relax. Give yourself permission to surrender to your higher organic intelligence. And the reason I say organic is just to make sure that there's no artificial interference. So you're communicating with your organic higher intelligence. So giving yourself permission to relax, giving yourself permission to surrender to the guidance of your true organic higher self intelligence. And giving yourself permission, most importantly, to let go of any expectation. Because you may not receive anything massively insightful today, but it will, because you're setting this intention, you're putting this out into your field. And when we start creating and activating and commanding, we're creating a vacuum for manifestation. That's how manifestation works. It's how intention works. So keeping your eyes closed and dropping into your field, and having that awareness of your own numerological year coding. And for those of you who haven't done this yet, again, as I mentioned, we'll just work with the frequency of the 9 year, the vibration of 9. And you can message me later and ask me what the particular frequency of your personal life path is later, and do the journey again. You can come back to it again with a different intention and you will have a different outcome. So the frequency of 9 is about completions and endings, about accomplishment. So it's also what you can accomplish this year. It's about transitioning, and it's also about responsibility. So even if you were to work with that vibration during this journey, that is going to be really, really powerful for you. But if there's a specific intention that you have for this year, if there's something specific that you wish to work with, a specific vibration, whether it's change, whether it's transformation, whether it's to up level, to upgrade, whether it's to release something, whether it's to let go of something, whatever it is, just bring that intention into this session now. And as you close your eyes and you breathe deeply, knowing that every minute of every day that you're pouring energy into your own personal Akashic record, the Akashic record is your subconscious, all the layers of your subconscious body, all your thoughts, all your behaviors, all your emotions at any time are being recorded. And our sole purpose is to evolve and expand and to experience And the goal of our soul purpose is to elevate, moving into a higher vibration and living a life that is more aligned to your own specific, unique encryption, whatever your coding is. We've all got a unique encryption and a unique coding. So I invite you to live in the energy of your unique coding. And if you don't know what that is, just take a moment to call in or connect to. You don't need to call in. Your higher self intelligence it's an integrated part of you. But connect to that higher aspect of yourself, your organic higher self intelligence, which is a higher fractal of yourself living in a higher realm that has access to the past, present and the future. And ask your higher self to show you what your specific coding is, what your specific frequency is, and what it would take for you to anchor the changes, the shifts, the manifestations and the intentions of what you wish to anchor in this year. And I invite you to just imagine from your higher heart, there's a golden sphere. And using the power of your breath, begin to expand this golden sphere. This is the sphere of your higher heart, Taurus, which is an 8th dimensional frequency. The gold is 8th dimensional. And using the power of your breath, begin to inhale and exhale and expand this golden sphere all around you. So as you inhale, expand it across your chest. As you exhale, pulse it out in front of you, around you, behind you, until eventually you're sitting inside of this golden protective sphere. You're now shielded, so setting the intention to use this shield as a protective layer, a shield of healing, purification, protection. Setting the intention for the shield to heal and cleanse your fields of any interferences, attachments, any hooks, cords. Just imagine inside of this golden shield there's a plasma fire burning, and it's burning all of the cords and attachments and hooks that may be attached to your fields. We're constantly creating interferences or receiving interferences from our environment. So using the plasma fire in the shield to burn through any interferences, to cleanse and purify your fields. And then from your heart, come back to the higher heart and imagine this golden sphere. And imagine in this golden sphere is your soul body. This is your soul. Portion of your soul inside of this golden sphere at your higher heart, and begin to send this golden sphere upward out of the higher ascension chakras. So this is traversing the portion of your soul body that's protected inside this golden sphere and sending it up into the Akashic field, sending it up beyond the sun, the moon and the stars. And as you send your quantum up into the Akashic field, You may become aware of a portal of light or a crystalline temple that represents your Akashic record. And this will appear differently to each person. And remember, if there is a void, just use your imagination. Just imagine a portal of light or a crystalline temple. And as you enter the portal, the temple, you may observe around you or imagine all around you hundreds and hundreds of scriptures and codes. You may observe files and data. Everybody's mind will perceive the Akashic record differently. Some people will see it as a library. Some people will see it as a database. Some people will see it as just scriptures and codes, like the caves in ancient Egypt, the pyramids. So just take a moment to anchor yourself into your Akashic record and just breathing the energy in that space. Keep breathing. And my intention for each of you is that you may release any karmas. I will guide you through shortly, but I want to just put that intention out there, that to release all the karmas that are unserving, so you can accomplish and achieve and manifest your heart's desires, your aspirations. That you can, when we come on to the abundance code activation, that you can anchor these codes into your fields, into your blueprint, in the most harmonious ways, so that you can receive with ease and grace, with love and joy. So I invite you to take a moment to either write down or have an intention of how you wish to feel at the end of this session. What is your intention in receiving any abundance on any level? And this could be abundance in your relationships, in your business, with your tribe, with your friends. It could be abundance in emotion, energy, joy, and vitality, health. So what is the intention of receiving these abundance codes? And what would it take for you to achieve this? What do you need to release in order to make way, to make space for this abundance? It's really important that when we're manifesting, that we understand that energy follows intention. So it's really important to set this intention, and also that you take the right aligned action. So let go of how you are going to receive it, and trust that if your intention is aligned with your purpose, with your potential, that you will receive it in the easiest ways. And this could happen really, really quickly. Sometimes manifestation can be instantaneous. Sometimes it can take time, depending on what needs to be released. And if you feel yourself drifting off, just keep coming back to your breath and keep coming back to the frequency of what you wish to work with this year. Whatever your numerical frequency, whether your life path may be the life path 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you're aware of the life path and the specific codes, the vibration of each life path, what is it that you want to work with this year? And if you haven't done that, let's work with completion. Let's work with accomplishment, because ultimately this is going to help to activate the abundance. And I invite you now to ask your higher self intelligence to show you what karmic contract is needed to be released and completed today in order for you to accomplish or to achieve or to anchor and receive abundance in your life this year. You may already be aware of a specific contract, a specific, we all have contracts with our loved ones, past contracts, contracts that are still playing out, contracts that we have participated in the past, but we never closed them, so these contracts are open. So in a moment, we'll just set the intention to close all these contracts, but just ask and tune into a specific contract that you may be aware of that needs to be released. And it could be an ancestral contract, a contract with a lover, a soulmate, twin flame. And if you feel, it may also be a contract of suffering. You may have created a suffering contract in this lifetime. This may have been created in another lifetime, but your contract in this lifetime is to suffer, is to experience trauma, so that you can resolve and release all of the old traumas from another lifetime. It may be a contract of poverty, isolation, loneliness. It may be a contract of difficult relationships. And again, these are all contracts that are helping us, coming back to the journey that we did last time, where we were connecting to our zone of genius and our superpower. All of our contracts and our pains, past and present, are all opportunities for us to grow and to heal and to elevate and to evolve, which is the soul purpose. It is the soul's purpose. If any emotions come up for you, then just allow these emotions, allow the tears, allow the anger, allow the frustration, allow the grief, and release it through the breath. Just allow yourself to breathe out and release. Surrender to the process, taking what resonates and leave the rest to trusting your organic higher self intelligence to assist you, to help you. And once you are aware of what it is you need to close, what you need to let go of, just reciting I, and state your name, now close all unserving karmic contracts. And if there's a contract that you're aware of, name that contract. Again, if it's a relationship contract, an ancestral contract, if it's whatever it is, name the contract and be specific. I now close and release this XYZ karmic contract, or if you're not aware, I close and revoke and release all unserving karmic contracts that are preventing me from growing, from evolving, and from tapping into my abundant potential. I now release and let go of all negative contracts with others, all contracts that may bind me to old unserving timelines and stories. All unserving contracts that bind me to any negative groups or organizations that I may have made in the past. In this lifetime or any other lifetime. And I revoke and release all associated density and distortion that disturbs my equilibrium. And I command that all negative or disruptive portal ways that bind me to these contracts be closed and sealed for all of time. I revoke all negative karmic contracts and agreements to all attachments that I previously made with any structure or system, including contracts made through trickery and coercion. I recall all lost energy and all fragmented parts of my soul and my quantum self that have been lost or taken as a result of these contracts. And I return and restore all of these aspects of my soul and consciousness, restoring my shield and my blueprint to wholeness. I release any fragmented energy that I may be holding from any other soul, known or unknown to me. Releasing all soul parts to source, to the source, purified and healed. And closing all further connections. I am whole and complete. I am sovereign and free. I am the light that guides me home to my true self. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just take a moment to release through your breath. Just witnessing, observing, or imagine there may be hundreds of threads, cords, hooks leaving your body. Imagine there's a body of water at your feet. Just dropping everything into this body of water, all the old karmic contracts. You may become aware of scriptures in your Akashic record with these contracts written on. So if there is, you can place them into an imaginary fire and burn the scriptures. And just allow all of the threads, the hooks, the energies, any shadows, any distortions, everything to leave your body, leave your fields, leaving your Akashic record. And take a moment to become aware of any sensations, how you're feeling, any emotions. Acknowledging the emotions, acknowledging the energies, acknowledging anything that needs to be acknowledged. And just thanking it for the lessons, for the growth. That you don't need it anymore. It's gone, it's unserving, it's done, it's old, it's past, it is done. And see your Akashic record or your portal, your temple just becoming brighter and brighter and lighting up with gold platinum frequencies. Feel the energies washing over you, cleansing and purifying your fields. And now I invite you to activate your key code for your connection to Source. So just breathe and release everything that needs to be released. Let your consciousness drift down to your heart. Taking another deep breath, feeling your heart filling up with platinum light. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel your heart expanding and feel that vibration all around you. Feeling the peace as you've released. And you become aware of a golden light emanating from your heart. Feel that filling the whole of your body, through the lower chakras down to your feet, becoming aware of every electron in your body as the light penetrates every part of you, pulsing the frequencies of the unified field of your own portal of higher light. And now I invite you to call in the energies of your source code and setting the intention to increase your capacity to receive more abundance with ease and grace. And to receive, you need to let go of any energies that are interfering with the seeds of your consciousness from anywhere and everywhere. So setting the intention to release any resistance that you're holding that may potentially prevent you from receiving these codes. And releasing across all planes, dimensions, or levels of consciousness and beyond. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in the frequency of love and grace. And breathing out, just letting go. Each breath out, set an intention, program your breath that every out breath is releasing unserving energy. And every in breath is breathing in light, vitality, abundance, and it's activating you. So you can program your breath. This is the structure of the breath. but we can actually program it to be more intentional. So you can set an intention, and perhaps you can state, I intend that every time I breathe out, I'm releasing energies that no longer serve me. And release on an out breath. And then as you breathe in, I intend that every in-breath, I am breathing in light, vitality, and I'm activating all aspects of me that are ready to be awakened. Set an intention for all of your chakras to come into alignment and harmony, and each of the chakras to release any density and distortion, any resistances and interferences. And this will be so. And setting an intention for your higher heart chakra, your 8th chakra, to release all archetypes and social imprints that are creating resistances to you fulfilling your soul's purpose. And then setting an intention for your 9th chakra that runs through your brain to release any resistances and distortions so that you may have clarity with your divine gifts and alignments and receive higher guidance and synchronicities clearly with ease and grace. And then set an intention for your 10th and 11th chakras to amplify your counsel with your higher self and your Akashic record. And if you don't know what that means, don't worry, your higher self intelligence knows. And set an intention for your 12th chakra. This is your connection, healing on an oversoul level, and the connection to your ancestors and tribes. Just set an intention to release any resistances and interferences that are creating any blocks and keeping any negative contracts in place. That your 12th chakra fully activates, anchoring you to the inner earth core. And this is clearing throughout all dimensions, planes, levels of consciousness and beyond. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in light, and releasing all that no longer serves you. And setting an intention to release any resistances in your giving and receiving. So you may receive all on a physical plane, on this physical plane. You're receiving abundance and you're giving abundance in equal harmony across all planes, dimensions, and levels of consciousness. And just feel a connection of a spiritual cord running through the center of your template, through the spine, through your chakra template, from the 14th chakra, 36 inches above your head, the stellar gateway, all the way down to the chakra that connects you to the inner earth core. So moving beyond and out of the earth star chakra below your feet, sending the cord down into your inner earth chakra that's stationed at the inner earth core. This is your spiritual cord. Connecting your seeds of consciousness, running through your pineal gland, through the chakra template, connected to your physical seed of life, through the higher heart. And see this cord filling up as you breathe in, filling up with platinum gold light, and it's getting bigger and brighter with each breath. So each breath in, you expand this cord until eventually it sits on the outside of your skin like a sheath, an etheric sheath, sending healing light all through your body to purify and cleanse your fields, your blood, your bones, your organs and glands. It's bringing every single part of your bioenergy body into harmony and balance. Just setting the intention for everything to be purified and cleansed, so that when we begin the abundance codes activation, that you're creating that internal space to receive. So continue breathing in and breathing out, releasing all that no longer serves you, any thoughts, sensations, emotions. And now ask your higher self to anchor into your body abundance codes for manifestation, to support whatever it is that you wish to intend for this year. Whatever your codex is, whatever your intention is, whatever your manifestation is. Asking your higher self to anchor the abundance codes into your blueprint and to speed up your manifesting abilities with ease and grace. You don't need to know how these codes look. Your higher intelligence knows. Just invite it in. Release anything that may resist or block you from receiving abundance. And as you breathe in, you're inviting the energies in that are helping you to activate and anchor whatever this manifestation is that you wish, whatever you wish to accomplish, achieve, manifest. And feel your body filling up with love and grace, tapping into that vibration of love. And now ask your higher self-intelligence to activate and align you to the codes of mastery. So this is energetic mastery, so that you have the intelligence and the ability to master your own energy, to master your own frequency, so that you continue to receive with ease and grace. And you're inviting these codes in throughout all dimensions, planes, and levels of consciousness, above and beyond. Allowing the codes of mastery and abundance to fill your blueprint effortlessly and reset anything within your blueprint that needs to be reset, so that you can allow in all of the good to you, manifesting and activating and aligning your body to the codes of manifestation and abundance and mastery. throughout all dimensions, planes, levels of consciousness and beyond, in the most easy, effortless and harmonious ways. And ask your higher self intelligence to align you to the code of whatever your numerical vibration is, whatever that code is that you wish to work with this year, whatever your life, your personal year path is. And if you're not sure of this, then just align to accomplishment, to transition, to completions, to love, to grace. And then ask your higher self intelligence, or command to your higher self intelligence, to activate and align you to the codes of alchemy throughout all dimensions, planes, levels of consciousness. And to align you to the codes of ascension and ascension. So ascension is the inner elevation, moving you beyond all old paradigms and programs, aligning you to the codes of ascension and ascension throughout all planes, dimensions and levels of consciousness. And now commanding your higher self to activate and align you to the codes of prosperity, your body has its own consciousness, your business has its own consciousness, your money, your wealth has its own consciousness. So align the codes of prosperity consciousness into my soul blueprint and my wealth blueprint, my money blueprint, my business blueprint, my relationship blueprint. Prosperity doesn't need to be financial. So align these codes of prosperity consciousness into my soul blueprint across all planes, dimensions and levels of consciousness in the most easy, harmful, loving and effortless ways. And commanding your higher self to align you to the codes of sacred economy throughout all dimensions, planes, levels of consciousness with ease and grace. And finally, commanding your higher self intelligence to activate and align you to the codes of expansion, so you may integrate and infuse all of these intentions and commands into your blueprint, creating expansion internally and externally, so you can anchor in the frequency codes of all of the aforementioned, all of the things you're seeking to manifest, to expand. Whether that's financially, with clients, with love, with relationships, with health, with wealth, with travel, with investments, with your properties, with giving, with receiving. Feel that expansion and take a moment to imagine your future self, whether that's tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Imagine your future self receiving all of this abundance and expansion. And become aware of how you feel. Just feel all parts of your body lighting up with joy, with gratitude, with excitement, in the most loving and peaceful, effortless way. Feel yourself, imagine yourself receiving all of this across all planes, dimensions, and levels of consciousness in all aspects and areas of your life. And imagine if all of this, if all of these codes, if all of these intentions had a color and a numerical vibration, whether that's 1, whether it's 2, whether it's 22, 33, 11, 44, 99. Imagine it has, give it a code and a color. And then bring that code and color into your heart. And command your higher self intelligence to align you to this code of enlightenment. Bringing this code of enlightenment and prosperity into your bodies and fields throughout all dimensions and levels of consciousness. And asking your higher self to release anything, if there's still anything that may potentially prevent you or get in the way, just asking your higher self to release it, delete it, remove it from your bodies and fields with ease and grace. And to finalize, commanding that you activate and align to the codes of receiving and expanding your capacity. So you're aligning to the codes of receiving and expanding your capacity to receive infinitely throughout all planes, dimensions, and levels of consciousness in the most loving and effortless ways. Aligning you to the mastery of creation. Aligning you to the mastery of love. Releasing any implants, imprints, any cords, hooks, anything that may prevent you fully anchoring these codes of abundance and manifestation into your body. And asking for all of these codes to vibrate to your own harmonic resonance. So they're vibrating and aligning to your own resonance. And I invite you to trust that all of this has already been imprinted into your blueprint. And all you need to do is to continue calling it in, taking the aligned action, and trusting that it is so. You're aligned with the codes of mastery and manifestation. You're aligned with the codes of creation, with receiving, with prosperity, with wealth. And finally, allow yourself, give yourself permission to withdraw your consent from anything that no longer serves you. That means anything from within any structure or system that may stand in the way of you receiving all of these intentions and manifestations over the next weeks and months. take a moment to breathe in all of that energy. You may be feeling a little bit tired. You may be feeling fully activated. You may feel peaceful, harmonious, serene. If there are any final questions or commands that you wish to make, anything you wish to communicate with your higher self intelligence while you're in your Akashic record, do that now before we close and come back. So thanking your higher self intelligence, and then begin to release yourself from your Akashic record, traversing your quantum back down through the layers and levels, drawing your quantum all the way back down into your body, anchoring your energy back into your heart. May need to call out your name 3 times to locate your physical identity back in your body. We can go quite deep sometimes when we go up into the Akashic field. And then set an intention to close your Akashic record. I now close my Akashic record. My Akashic record is now closed. And then take a moment to just tune in again to that spiritual cord that's anchoring you to the inner earth. Just connect once again to that gold white shield around you, that sheath that you created. And you can either leave the sheath there where it is. The healing and clearing will continue working for the next few hours. Or if you prefer, you can draw the sheath back in to the template, into your spinal column, into your central body channel, and then slowly coming back into your body and opening your eyes whenever you need. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that journey. It was quite a long journey, but I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all receive whatever it is that you intend, that you release whatever it is that you intend. Be aware there will likely be some energetic fallout over the next days. Because even though we're not always aware what we're releasing, once we start making these commands, then again you've created a vacuum for this process to begin. So what you will find is you'll begin a process of progressive releasing over the next days. So there'll be some shedding. So be aware, you're all aware, you all know how this works. So be aware of any healing crisis, any emotions that come up for you, any frustration, anger, any grief, any loss. Breathe it out, just tap back into that shield. Just, imagine that connection to source, just to bring that love back into your body and shift the energy. But again, ultimately, it's all about acknowledging, once we have that knowledge of what we're releasing, then it makes the actual clearing more sustainable and more powerful. So be aware of what you're releasing, as well as what you have been inviting in. And of course, journaling anything as it comes up for you over the next days, because again, we've been making a lot of commands to our higher self. So you may start to suddenly get a lot of downloads and little light bulbs going off in your head. And I do this all the time when I'm in my Akashic record and I'm asking for things, and suddenly I just get random downloads and I have to just write everything down. So this can happen and likely will happen. So be aware of that. And again, just keep asking, show me what I need to do to achieve X, Y, Z. What do I need to, you know, and again, taking the aligned action. You know, it's not enough to just wish to manifest. We have to take the right action. So if you want to have more clients in your business, for example, then ask, you know, what can I do to invite more clients? What do I need to do? And that might be to create a website, to create a Facebook page. You know, we have to create 3D things. Manifestation is a 3D construct. It happens at the level of 3D, at the level of action. So we have to take aligned action in order to receive that. So again, just ask what that may need to be. If it's to release a relationship, then it could be that you have to break up with, you know, a relationship. It could be that you have to change a job. It could be that you have to take a course, or whatever that may be. But yeah, ultimately it's taking that aligned action so that you can allow in and creating the space, creating that internal space. You know, if it's to invite a lover, you know, if you want to meet your soulmate, your partner, a lover, then of course make space in your bed for your partner. Make space in your bed in your wardrobe for your partner. So if your clothes are all over your bedroom and there's no space for your partner, then how's it going to fit in? So again, just creating space. It's little things like this that we need to do that. And again, we're just creating a vacuum. So you can say, okay, I'm going to clear out X, Y, Z, and I'm going to make a little bit of space to invite this X, Y, Z in, whatever it is. So yeah, these are the actions that we need to take. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. Drop me a comment under the video and let me know how that was for you, or if you prefer to send me a direct message, I would love to hear from you. Dropping a heart, dropping a share, dropping a love, just yeah, anything, just let me know how that was for you. I always love to hear back from people and yeah, hear people's experiences and what they received and what they achieved, and how that's going to look for you over the next weeks as well. If you manifest, you know, whatever it is that you want to manifest, let me know. Again, I love celebrating people's successes, so yeah, keep me posted and let me know how that's going for you. So wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Keep an eye out for my plasma course. I will post that in the group once I've repurposed it and decided how I'm going to format it. And yeah, watch out for next week's discourse, free discourse. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. If anybody wants me to talk about a specific topic, just drop a message to me or drop a comment and let me know, and I will address yeah, anything I'm always open to whatever people want to hear, whether it's soul fragmentation, psychic attacks, false light, yeah, anything. Just let me know and I'll do a discourse next week. All right, lovelies, have a beautiful, beautiful weekend, and I'll see you all, yeah, I'll see you all in Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever. Bye, lovelies. Lots of love.